Hello, welcome to another edition of Table Talk. Today, I have with me Christabel, Ikpen. So together we'll be hosting this particular edition, and our topic is social media a blessing or a curse? With us today, we have two wonderful guests, and I'll be introducing them. My first guest is Tomi Wale, the creative director of GetUpInc. You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. And Bolu Oluwagbesan is the CEO of Stanbuzz, our social media guru. Together, we'll be rubbing minds on is social media a blessing or curse? I know that we all have different opinions on this, but right here we're going to be discussing this burning issue, and then you can take from us. We also would like to hear from you as well going forward on other editions. But for this one, we would like to hear your opinion after watching this.
All right. Okay, so we'll definitely be rolling out some insightful questions, and I'm really thrilled because I know our guest will do justice to these questions. These are things that I really want to know. So, guys, I'm not throwing people under the bus, but okay, we need to get this rolling.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the first question is: we've seen that a lot of businesses actually sprung up from social media,
Yeah,
right? But with the rate of the youths precisely, going into ritualism, killing people, and also doing all sort of things for money. Would you say social media is a blessing or a curse? So I think let's start with Mr. Bolu. So
Social media. Yeah, there's two sides to it, right? Is it a blessing or a curse? I think it's not mutually exclusive, right? It can be that to some people a blessing, to many people, and a curse to a few people. And I think it depends on the perspective you want to look at it from. For me, it's a blessing, right? Personally.
For you, it has to be.
So many benefits, right?
Yeah.
But for some people, it's a curse, right? Depression,
yeah,
is the highest disease in the world.
Yeah, right now. Mental challenge.
I remember Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook, and the team did a research, right, on people's behavior and how social media affects them, and they found that it really caused a lot more depression than it would have been. So
Wow.
here, comparison, you see somebody's life on social media, you think
Everything is
perfect.
in real life. So yeah, it's a blessing and it's a curse, my opinion.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, what about you, Tomi Wale? What do you think about this?
I'm going to come from a particular perspective. So I want to take you back to about 2006 or 2005.
Okay.
Did you know about High Five? Okay.
Yeah.
High Five was like is it beta test or what's it called for Facebook?
Okay.
No, it's not owned by Facebook.
Okay.
But then it was the thing that people had.
Okay.
Right, where you go, you set up your profile like Facebook, and,
Okay.
and then of course you have to go to a cyber cafe
Okay.
and buy 1 hour tickets for 100 naira. Before you can now log in and now start checking things. Then Facebook came around. Now that period birthed the beginning of the new media as we know it today.
Okay.
Right, where I'm sure this thing is familiar. You're always on your phone. Why are you always pressing your phone in your room? Of course, you're pressing your phone, not like the phone was even connected to the internet, right? You're just scrolling through all those GIFs, and then you see Usher's picture, you see Rihanna's picture, you see all those things. You're just on that phone, and then you'll be waiting, for maybe 12 o'clock to do extra cool.
Yeah.
So there was that beginning, right? And then
Taking us back.
The older generation literally mocked the use of the mobile phone.
Okay.
Right? They never saw it as a new conduit or a channel, right, to reach people. Now, of course, if someone mocks you for doing something exciting, you won't leave that exciting thing. You rather leave the people mocking you and you focus on the phone. So people now took that phone matter serious.
As like
That
their best friend.
If you are mocking us, now this thing is exciting. It's not like I'll come back, leave the phone, I'll come and watch NTA with you or African Magic. This phone is exciting. My friends are here.
Yeah.
Now, a new behavioral pattern now started, right? Where you see someone that maybe was on your level, and then a couple of years down the line, this person is the bomb jiggy. And then like,
It's upping out of
now, that thing
Maserati.
just kept dragging, you know, into okay, this person is celebrated. This person is celebrated. Please hold that thought. The professions that the older generation wanted us to have was because the society celebrated those professions, right? So doctor, lawyer, and everything. And of course, what's celebrating, you attract value, you give them money. So they looked big. Right. Now, we started seeing new things to celebrate, and then that now became the ambition. Right. So in that space, I'm not trying to point fingers, but I feel like what was supposed to be that blessing, right, was initially mocked and then now left to situations where people couldn't even pinpoint or control how to get to a thing. Let me explain that. So you see a new guy just pop up, and then you're like, if I just keep looking at this thing, I'll pop up to one day. Right? The lessons, the process and everything, they didn't throw it up there.
True.
Right? Those things were just the aftermath of what they've done behind us, and then they come out. Right? So you see that thing of, oh, this is shining now, oh, this is good now. Everybody now just wanted to do that.
That's
now
the trend.
that just wanting to do it is the cause. Right? That mockery that happened, that made the older generation not see the new platform created as a way to pass value was the
They
cause.
still market. They still market.
Of course, they should continue. It's fine. This thing, television, for example. When TV started in the 60s and everything, many people would say things like the owner. I've used this thing before, that the owners of Lamborghinis don't watch TV or something like that.
Oh yes.
That it's a distraction.
But
at the same time, the TV can also be a blessing. For example, what we are doing now, we are trying to maybe share our thoughts with people, which we believe, you know, of course, Bolu is here, Temmy is here, you know, you're here, I'm sorry, Christabel is here. We're all going to educate people. We're also putting good things on those channels. So I think that at the end of the day,
is it how we use it? You feel it's how we use it?
It's this cup can hold water, and it can also hold poison.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how is it? You understand? How was it used? How was it even supported? Right? How was it presented? You get what I'm saying? So I think first of all, that's, you know, the initial thing.
It just really opens a lot of possibilities, right? On the negative and the positive.
Positive.
I was talking to a friend. I said, you know, before, if I wanted to date a girl, she had to either be in my church, my school, or someone I knew.
Somewhere you go to.
But now I could just sit there and say, you know, I want to go on a date with an Amaka in the next 2 weeks. I can come up with the name first. And then I will check on Instagram. And then I will find maybe like 50 Amakas. And I'm going to go on a date with an Amaka. And while that looks like endless possibilities, but it's also scary, right?
You know.
And then even in relationships, you're like, well, if I date someone, don't worry, I found another. I will just check. So there are lots of possibilities and a lot of scary.
So we agree that it's both a blessing and a curse. It depends on how we are saying it, how we're looking at it. Okay, so now, for people who have been taking, let's say they've been depressed. Like maybe I came out of university 10 years ago, and then I saw somebody that was my classmate already up in Maserati, and then I'm still on Legacy's Benz. Do you get, like, using my legs to do the and then I see them one day. Like, for people who have been depressing that, what is the best way? You've been in that space. What would you say is the best way to manage yourself in a way that what you see, because really what you see out there is not always the truth. Yesterday we were talking to Yemoli on set, and he was saying something about how his first video that came online was, when he saw it, was like, who is this madman? And now him looking fresh. That nobody knows all. Yesterday when we went to interview him in the morning, he said he was coming back from the club. He had a job, they called it night enthusiast or something, nightlife. So he had this day-to-day job, you see, that is skits. Then he had this thing going to club and getting people to buy drinks, and he has a company out of that. People don't look at that. Then they see him looking fresh and wearing good, wearing good wears and having nice cars, and that is what they look
That's
at.
what they
So
see.
for people who get depressed in that way, what is the best way to would I say protect themselves from getting to believe everything, because it's a make believe most of the time?
Yeah. So practically, first of all, you have to know that all you see on social media is not true, right?
Real.
So I don't know. You just have to tell yourself, right, that I can't compare my indoors reality to someone's outdoor life on social media. Also, screen time. I think when there was research done, and Apple did that as well, and then they created this screen time thingy for phones, where the number of hours you spend on social media can be reduced. So there was a
Research on that.
research that was done that the longer you stay, the more likely that you would be depressed. Right?
Oh, really?
Consume more content. Right?
Okay.
And so practically, I use it. Instagram is 1 hour for me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when it's 1 hour, it locks.
Oh, it locks. Wow.
and
Okay, how do they use that? Please, more
Alright, so,
enlighten us more on that.
There are mobile apps for that can just time your use of social media, where you can set the time that you want to stay on the social media app. If it's Instagram, if it's Facebook, and then when the time is up, it tells you. Either rings an alarm or it just takes you out of the app by itself.
Can you mention the one you are using? Which one are you using?
I use screen time.
That's the name of the
that
app.
comes with Apple.
Apple. Okay.
The one that comes with my phone is called focus mode.
Focus mode. And once it locks you out for that, and you would not be able to.
Well, you can, but
You
again, you have to
come
give
back, but then
sense.
it's not left to you at least.
Like-
But I think that's a nice solution.
It kind of reduces the time you spend, right? And because it's not only depression doesn't only come from the content you get, but also not doing stuff, right?
Okay.
So let's say I set out to do something today, 1, 2, 3, 4 things, and then I'm scrolling on Instagram. You can forget other things.
Yeah,
Right?
it
It
happens
adds
to
to
me.
depression.
Instead of all this nice content, all this
Exactly.
comedy content, you just forget that you're supposed
I'm
to do
like,
something.
I just want to check this page, and the
then-
next thing, 30 minutes.
You are still on the page, doing what?
Until they tell you that your data is
Yeah, that's how you catch. That's
There
how
are
you
many things
catch.
that cause depression, not just the content, right? But
Yeah.
lack of productivity, consumption of your money, because when you're there, your data is finished.
Yes,
Okay.
So there's so many parts to it, but and then practically, right, you can reduce your time with apps like that, and then of course you got to remind yourself that everything you see is not.
Yes, there is a real life after social media.
So and I don't know, I'm saying another side. I don't think I'm adding to what you're saying. I'm just saying is people need to ask themselves, who really are you? So after all the shout and everything looking glam, every human being, maybe it's when you want to have a shower or when you're just on your bed alone, you actually come back to yourself. And actually, just assessing yourself and knowing. So the question is, who really are you? Right? I don't know. Maybe it's who I am, or maybe the folks I've rolled with, earlier, that have just created that sort of confidence, right, around yourself. So my mates, for example, can be driving the car I've always wanted to drive, which is BMW 7 Series. And then I'm now thinking that, I walk now, I do all these things now, and then I'm now feeling down. The question is, who really, am I? Now, we talk about the internet, being something that could be distracting or whatnot, but that same internet can actually help you set your life going, right? My phone, for example, is like a PA. Right?
Okay.
Things I want to do for the week, I don't even need to press. I just, squeeze the phone and then I just talk to it. So on Wednesday, remind me of this, or on this, and remind me of this and everything. And then the phone is calendaring everything, and then reminding me of these things. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is to turn off the focus mode, right? Maybe do about a 30-45 minutes there, including my WhatsApp. The focus mode affects. So I just put some apps there, Snapchat, Instagram. I didn't put Facebook, I didn't check it. Twitter, all those things, right?
Okay.
The focus mode. So once it's 9 o'clock, if once it's like 5 minutes to 9, it reminds me to measure my heart rate, right? I check that every morning, and it stores it up because anytime I go for my checkup, I like just showing data to show my heart rate. Because of course, now Lagos is tough.
Yeah.
Stop. Enter traffic and everything. I've shouted about one. You're just angry. And you have to focus. So my phone literally does that for me. That same phone can be picked up by someone else, and then it would be their downfall. So the thing is really, who are you? What do you? And I'm saying this thing now. It's sounding like I'm perfect with it. I'm not though.
Yeah.
I'm still
I
learning, you understand? There are times that I'll put up all those focus mode and say,
And still, you will still.
let me be. You know what you want for yourself, right? And then also, I understand this is you only live once thing, right?
Yeah.
But I hope people can get to the point where they realize that things they do would affect other people who one would have siblings, will go and get married to another person who will have children. So what you do really can affect so many things.
Yeah.
So if you say you only live once and then you just scatter so many things, really,
I feel
what's
it's
the
coming
point?
back to haunt.
You understand what's the point? And also the part of depression. Some things will sound like aspire to perspire, but those things are enduring values. Right?
All those motivational
So I understand, how some people have taken those things and really messed it up. I mean, there are some names coming to my head now. They really, I don't even, once I see anything pop up, in fact, even if it's an
You can
ad,
mention the names.
No, I won't.
That's fine.
Even if it's an ad, I will tell Instagram that the ad is irrelevant. Because I don't want to hear anything from them. They've messed up so many things.
They'll be saying aspire to inspire. It's something else that they're doing
There's
back
something
there.
else they're doing back there and everything.
It's
But
not what you're saying that they are doing.
enduring values. The truth of the matter is this: whatsoever thing you choose to focus on would steer and direct the affairs of your life.
Yeah.
So think of anything you really want, right? Go on this same Google and just search what are the things required to have these things.
Yeah.
For example, a brother, one of the people sitting down on this table, wants to have an island on one of the interesting places in Eastern Europe one day. All he needs to do, right, is to go and just search, see different things, understand, things that needs to be done, then come back to the reality. And, attempt, just try, right, and do your own thing. You get what I'm saying? So that by the time you still talk about productivity, right, being lack of productivity causing depression. But by the time you stay on something and you're trying to do it,
like keep eating on one spot.
Yeah, I think even that, so you can even hit for some time and things won't work. Many of us have been there, done that. But at least you have a picture in front of you. Just try and just do it. Use the phone right? Don't use some people's
life to come and be judging.
Because you don't want to. I'll give you a story. I once heard something that there are two particular ladies on Instagram. Now these ladies, have the blue tick, they have
mention names so that they will stop following them.
So they have the they have the German cars. They dress so well, the skin is popping, all of those things, right? But they don't have money. So this is it. Brother works, does all he can. Now he has to get married to boost his profile. So he scrolls through Instagram one day and then slides into a lady's DM or whatever, meets at the club or whatnot. Of course, takes the lady out, does everything for her and everything. Now that lady is unpicked from her set of friends. She's not the big girl of the clique. They fly to Dubai, fly to different places, not on economy or business. It's first class on her. You understand? It's all of that.
Amazing.
He buys the latest technology for her and everything to flaunt. The girl is happy. Marriage comes. Her parents are somewhere deep down, in the hinterlands or somewhere. They can't even afford to buy her a 2016 Techno phone.
Wow.
But she's found this dude. She's beautiful and everything. This girl hasn't thought of doing something for herself yet. She's, now has a jackpot. Abi. They get married. The marriage is amazing, right? Jealousy will start springing up from my friends, Abi.
Yeah, normal.
That one.
How did you get there?
But then she's there now. Now the brother has married, so he can boost his profile and say married man, and that is all he wanted to do. Now the girl is at home as baby girl, married, then it's time for her to fix her nails. And maybe, of course, the guy that has worked his way up and everything can't really stand having a conversation with you about issues, right? Because you really have nothing to offer.
Yeah.
So this girl is at home and then she wants to go and fix her nails. She wants to go and buy groceries. The husband is not sending money to her account. He's sending money to the vendor's account. So she's broke. Now, she's broke.
She only live by what the she just live by what the husband does.
The husband needs to have someone that looks like what his wife should be.
And he has seen that in her.
Mind you, August to come, they are flying out, doing an European tour. But she doesn't have her money. She doesn't have anything to herself. God help her, right? That guy has now become someone who's quite abusive normally, and she didn't know about that one. So she's just that person at home. Now you can see that story.
Yeah.
Now look at two sides to it. She's a post.
When you see her, you will say, "Hey,
specimen."
Oh, slay mama on point. God win.
Behind the door, maybe she's just really crying heavy.
Yes,
and
because
just taking the comments.
That's almost all. That's
so
almost
you
what
that
it
are
is
now,
most of the time.
Maybe because of time, I could give some example of boys too. If you know the things that boys do,
please give us just little, just few out of it.
If you know the things that they do, see.
Please expose. No, this is say it as it is.
What is table talk? So we
need to know because we are trying to help these people.
Someone was talking. I think it was yesterday that the band posted about musicians not being able to live off of their.
Yeah.
Did you see the post?
No, I didn't see. The man said it.
The man said, musicians can't live off just their earnings from music.
Okay.
They should go and invest money.
Yeah.
And then people started saying, but skit makers are living off their earnings. We're making it like a sarcastic comment.
Right.
There have been some of those guys, right, that people have said things about. Like, okay, so people see them, they put out their bands from making a few skits, but it's not that they do.
But really, so
what are they really doing?
So the question is, do you want to?
Somebody commented on social media recently about that on Twitter. There was one person that said after two skits, you say I bought one car.
Do you want to now put that? And the thing is, no matter how much you try to ignore these things, time will tell. I can bet you. Bro, if you remember what you were doing in 2010. That was 12 years ago.
12 years ago. So 12 years.
So you can imagine someone who did a 30th birthday in 2010. That person is on the 4th floor now.
Yes.
So see, time will tell really everything. So at the end of the day,
how long do you want to keep deceiving yourself?
To the point of, you know what? Who am I?
How long do you want to be snapping in front of people's house and call it your own? When you are not blessing you.
But I also think so. I also genuinely and honestly feel that we have people that other people look up to, like influencers, celebrities, and I feel this is where they can really help with this whole social media madness.
Okay,
right. So why don't you carry us on your journey?
Some of them will say that they are not role models.
Why do you just come? Why do you just show me like? You open your wardrobe and I'm seeing notes, I'm seeing dollars.
So
right, why can't you tell me the truth and be like, look, I worked hard to get here, right? Or share opportunities. So, I don't know. I'm sorry, Tomi, but I don't know if it's a servitude attitude thing. I feel like most people would like to be served. Most people would like for you to call them Oga. So they don't want to show you how they're making their money.
But
I think that's really appalling.
Or maybe because how it is done is dirty.
Then don't then don't show me. No, like if you I'm serious. You can't,
because that's how they are deceiving these young ones. Now they are going to do rituals.
Because if
I should learn how to be buying biscuits.
I come on Instagram and all I see is Bolu, breakfast in Dubai, lunch in Stockholm, dinner in this thing. So I don't know if you get it. It's crazy.
So the thing is.
So after you take this, we'll be going on a short break. Just go.
So the thing is, two sides to these things, right? Some people have actually gone through death, and in that death time, they must have said some things to themselves to survive. Sorry, concerning the last point about depression, I encourage seeing a therapy. It's
Yeah.
very, very important. So
Okay.
please,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Okay, now some people have gone through, because I went through therapy. Yeah, trust me, it's the best form. Pardon me, guys, your pastor is not your therapist. Go to a therapist.
A therapist.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Pastor is not your therapist. I retweet it.
There was someone that was saying something one day. I was talking to him about her issues, and I was telling her to go and seek counsel. I was like, what did she come to meet you for? But anyhow, so people have gone through things.
Yeah.
Right. And then there are times where to survive, right, they had to just do whatsoever it took for them to survive and actually enjoy this life. Right. So I won't outrightly blame people for not sharing how they got it. It is their resolve, it is their matter. And at the same time also, right, maybe looking at the type
Maybe
of
they should stop
society,
flaunting.
maybe looking at the type of society we are in,
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
where so many things are not particularly transparent.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I mean, taxations, all
Yeah.
those things.
Even
Oh.
your
Right.
politicians.
You know, you saw that old man that now plays for a Swedish team, 19-year-old old man. Things like that. Like the guy literally expected our dreams. You know, things about not having, you know, certain basic certificates, you know, and then you're taking on, or you're taking on some leadership positions, you know, that's crucial to millions of people. Now, I won't outrightly say that if they don't share, that's fine. I also think that maybe for the next set of people that will blow, please take it upon yourself to just share the background story. This is what will happen.
Yeah.
The raw energies of the younger people can be better channeled.
Yes.
Right? If you can tell that
Get rich or die trying. Can be on the job.
There was a day I had a conversation with Linda Ikeji, featured on CEO magazine at the time.
Okay.
Like, you could see someone, according to what she said, right? You could almost, if you're someone who is hustling and trying to go, you know, up a mountain to hit your summit, you could identify with many things she was saying. There wasn't God.
Exactly.
There wasn't grace. You get what I'm saying? Well, there wasn't, you know.
No, I think grace is just misused anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Because something that blew one of the things, if someone like you are someone that you're a blogger and then they use your blog for like politics and all that, and then you get a huge money out of it. Some people will say it's grace because there were other bloggers at that time.
But the thing is, she mastered consistency.
Yes.
That was one thing, and she kept mentioning something called eventually. Like, she kept hammering that thing, and then all I could hear, of course, what I received her saying, you know, with that eventually, right? Because of course, communication is
At last.
was there are times where you won't know how to even define what you are doing anymore.
Yes.
But eventually, now you see that story, right?
Yeah.
I actually shared, you know, the transcript of that conversation with a couple of people just to help me proofread before, you know, going into publication.
Yeah.
And when they came, they were like, man, that's what they were just saying, that this thing said. So I think if we take it as a culture, right, to just share a background story.
Like our success story.
We understand that you're coming out now, skin is popping, and then you're winning these proposals.
How did you get here?
Can you tell us
The journey.
how, you know, or maybe things that you learned along the way?
Yeah.
You go on Google now, then you just search things as basic as how to mount a tripod stand. You will see a blog from the West telling you, giving you details on YouTube. It's just share. Right? So it's two things for me, right? I would advise people to share, but also if you don't want to share, I'll just take it out, okay. You never can tell. That's my thought.
Oh wow, it's been an amazing time so far, and you've been learning, right? You've been able to say, if looking at this, you'll be able to pick if social media has been a blessing or a curse. But we've been saying that it had two sides, and I hope you've been learning. We'll be going on a short break now, and we'll be right back.
When I pull up on your block, I do the shooting. Then we skirt off in that whip like what we doing. Couple shooters with me, we just caught a lick. Jump up out the whip, you know what it is. Now I pull up 30, chicken, curry, shells too spicy, movie, likely. You never find another shooter like me, yeah. All my life, I spread the odds like you, and I spit blood. Now I finally found you.
Welcome back to Table Talk. So this question is for you, Bolu. So as a guru in the digital space, because I see you as a guru, I would like for you to share with us some aspects that you think the youths can actually explore. So a lot of them are being oppressed, by what they see on social media. But I also know that there are a lot of opportunities, right? So what are those areas that they can channel their energy that would be more productive for them?
All right. There are multiple things, right? First, there are jobs that are directly, gotten because of social media.
Oh.
And then on top of that, pretty much many economic opportunities, right?
Okay.
So, for example, one, you could get a job as a social media manager, right? That's
Sure.
as clear as it is because
Very
of
easy.
social media.
Yeah.
And there are lots of opportunities in digital marketing just because of social media. But again, when Twitter was banned, we could see that many businesses were based on social media, right? Many businesses got their customers. So there are direct jobs and indirect jobs, so to speak.
Okay.
So rather than go around looking at people's wishful thinking, watching people that are just beginning to you, right?
Yeah.
You could start out different things, right? Any career you are into, you can learn.
Okay.
So if you want to learn software, there are career mentors on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram. If it's pretty much anything, right? You can use the DM feature, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many people I met personally. I remember doing a thing where I DM'd people in my industry, tech, and I said, "Would you mind having dinner with me?" Right, some top people.
Oh.
And I talked to a lot, so a few of them said yes.
Okay.
And I mean, if you DM 50 people and just 10 say yes, right?
That's a
Game
good
of numbers.
So
Yeah.
social media brought up something that was almost impossible for you to have done before. Right?
Yes.
To be able to reach out to almost anybody.
All these celebrities that we don't even
What
hear
if
about
they reply,
before.
right? It takes you nothing. DM, send a DM.
Yeah.
What if they reply? And I've seen that. LinkedIn. I'm a LinkedIn.
Yeah,
guy.
LinkedIn. That's
They will reply,
LinkedIn.
right? Lots of people that would not reply on Instagram.
Yes, they will go
They
there.
will reply you
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, and I've gotten a lot of connections with that.
Awesome.
And the company we run, Also, I remember one of my friends just called me one day on a Sunday after church. I said, "Can we meet?" I was like, "Okay." And then we met, and he was like, "To invest in your business." And we had not met ourselves for years.
Okay.
How did he know that I was doing business?
Social media.
How did he know that he wanted to invest? How did he even create the profile in his head that I think this guy is up to this end?
Yeah.
It's social media, right? So market what you are doing. Like, don't lie, you're not lying.
Yeah.
But it opens up an opportunity for you for many things, right? I don't even know. It's endless, right?
It's endless.
A lot of things, but there are direct
Okay.
jobs or opportunities, and then there are leveraging opportunities. That is, almost anything you are doing, you can still use social media as a base for
I
it, right,
agree.
to reach people with it, and it's just almost infinite things, right?
I agree with you because really the space if they take that space off, I don't know. I don't know what the world will look like.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be throwing this question to you, Tomi. So you're in the creative industry. How would you say that? Why are you laughing?
Tell me
I'm
what.
sorry, what's he said now?
Yeah.
You know, like the Instagram, WhatsApp, and co were just down.
Yeah. Do you remember that day? Do you remember that day?
It was when I got on Twitter, I was like, oh, okay.
Then
so
the next day,
this is-
WhatsApp was down
Temmy
too.
San. You know Temmy San?
Yes.
Yeah, with the red cup.
Yeah.
He said, no person go open shop somewhere. This thing just down.
It just went down. I could not reach a client. I was expecting a lot from clients. I reached out. They were not going. I was like, yeah, what
I
happened?
thought it was my network.
I just kept like
My assistant told me and said, no, it is global. I said, I thought it was only me.
It was
It was a crazy moment, please. You should not come up. You should not
just go like that.
and it's true.
All these guys that are always too big to even share or do something. Once that stuff is gone, it's gone.
I cracked a joke that night. I said, what if everybody's account just resets to 0, 0?
Mark can do it. Mark has the power to do that.
Instead of lies.
Tell me, no, I really love that idea because it just brought back the memory.
It was crazy.
All right, so the creative industry.
Yeah.
How do you think social media has been of help?
Of course, it has.
And do you think there are some other things that people in the creative industry are not exploring with this space that they should be doing?
So creative industry is
wide.
It's a large space.
Yes, music and blah blah blah.
I'm going to take it from the point of creating visuals and then being performing, right? So being a performing artist, right? I'm not going to just touch it. Now, being a creative is. I made a statement earlier that is what you focus on that determines everything about you.
Yeah.
So, hence a mood board when you want to work, because those are the things you now try to look at to see, okay, these things look like something I want to try and bring into play here. So, want to shoot, I want to take a picture of him, right? He wants to use this picture to be featured on the cover of Ink magazine, for example, right? The basic thing for me to do is to go and look for what Ink magazine covers look like. Also look for people who look like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? How they've been able to portray themselves, in that magazine. And at the same time, ask him some questions also that has to do with, the kind of person he is. So that those things now inform. Now, if there was no internet, voila.
Yeah.
I would think I've gone over and beyond.
Yeah.
By going to maybe Ojuelegba to go and get all those old magazines and look at things, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe go and watch some movies and try to find some artworks and do screenshots or something, pause and then, But then I can actually just go on Google, search images,
Google is
go
your
on
friend.
Behance, search images, go on
Best
different
friend.
social media pages I follow. In fact, on my save on Instagram, I have different collections right there.
Me too, I do that.
Yeah, so I can you just have those moves. So for a creative now, it has helped you have an expanded view of what can also be created.
Yes.
Right. That's one, and also of course drawing from inspiration from different places. That's one. Two, it has made you get more comfortable with the thoughts in your head. There are certain things that you want to think of here, but you think it's very abnormal because nobody has done it before.
Yeah.
But then you just see that someone has done this thing before.
Yes, no.
Forget.
Yes,
now,
no.
There's a friend of mine. He's a fashion designer.
Okay.
Right. Do I call him a fashion designer? He's a
stylist.
No, he's not a stylist. He's a fashion person. Anywho, whenever he sees this, if he sees it, you correct me. So now the guy said that his attires are things that can't really be worn here. But then they get orders from places like Czech Republic. You understand? They produce in Lagos. They get places like now this guy is very alternative, style of creation has got him to sit in rooms, where his name has actually been mentioned over and over. So when he walks in, he's not walking in as "Good afternoon, sir." He's walking in, with applause that we've seen you.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah.
On the performing artist side, come on.
We get that.
Come on.
I love that.
All over the world. So
Yes.
you get what I'm saying. So in fact, many I was talking with Jimmy Jatz one day, and he said that
Jimmy Jazz, where is he? It's been a while. The guy is not really social media active.
No, he is now, but he's over 50 years old. And then if you want anything.
I think he's like a godfather.
Everything that is happening, of course, now you have to, you came
Like
into it.
godfather.
Even MTV being around here, Wow. I was one of the people that had the conversation.
Jimmy Jazz, that guy, DJ Jimmy Jazz.
Even in that MTV meeting, they said that they had to tell the guys at MTV that they should maybe ask someone from their team to come be around when the top guys are shooting music videos so they can meet the standard.
Wow.
Understand? So
okay.
So something that so we're just talking about music distribution. So we're talking about albino music one time. Like you can check that vinyl at the back of it.
Yeah.
So these men were the places that you can't get to in Nigeria, they had their networks there to distribute your songs. Right. So of course you come, you're an A-list guy. All the radio stations around the country have played you. So you just come now, give those men in Alaba market. They maybe give you maybe some millions of naira, and then of course take that news, go on radio and say you just sold 1 million copies of something. Is that the distributors, right, have paid you for that? Yeah. Of course, they might sell more. So they were the godfathers, they own those things. Then internet came, then people didn't even look at them, started looking at Not Just Okay and co, right? Then they started streaming. Now, people now started fighting Not Just Okay. That, guy, people are making money off their songs on iTunes and co, Don't be giving people our music for free again. So you know that there's a time that if you go on Not Just Go and download a song, you won't see that song. Yeah. You just see a link, on Not Just Okay to those channels. Now, that thing has continued. Now, that thing continued to the outer space now. And then, these things have now, number one, increased visibility of these guys.
They blow easily now.
Networked, I mean,
emergency
at the garden of
celebrity
of PDD. I don't know this generation. I just think that PDD because there's PDD as in bad boy. You get what I'm saying? And then Burna Boy, and of course Burna Boy being who he is, very confident, interesting dude. Of course,
and of course, Portable, and of course, Portable, Zazu.
So trust me,
that guy.
So if you look at this now, would you now, as in things that people now take as a course to themselves?
Yeah, these people are making millions.
Yeah. Sorry, quick concern on this performing thing. A friend of mine was in northern part of UK. He was on a train, so he said he saw this girl coming. She's like a village girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, white girl, maybe the freckles and everything, had this gown flowing and everything, just came in, boots, jeans top, you understand?
Okay, all those
just entered the train and they just sat down. And then she had earphones on, but then the earphones, you could hear what she was playing. So she said they just sat down there, and then we all know Alte music, I'll be them, Odusi and Co, Odusi and Santi. So he said it was, this is Santi, So I looked at her. Let me just ask her a question that I like the song you're listening to that. Who sang it? And I said, this interesting guy is from Nigeria and everything that Santi. The girl started mentioning more people from that hotel group. Like he was now learning that there were more. He really thought maybe there were two because he really loves their music. Then the guy decides to ask her a question. That do you know Whiskey and Dave? She was like, who are those? That she's never heard of them before. Now, that will show you how very wide the world is. Right. That whatsoever thing it is you're doing, right, just drop it there and just do your thing.
Yeah.
You can never tell. And Lord knows if maybe that girl's daddy owns maybe a car of land somewhere.
Something dropping.
By family. And then she now meets one of the Ote boys and falls in love.
Yeah. Something dropped in yesterday when we were on set with the guy who went to the Yemoli. He said something. He said he has been making skits.
Okay.
That he has done with Arole then.
Yeah.
Because all this OAU connection, they like being proud over their stuff. He said he would do the content, and he'll be having us like 300 views after going sweating and just having 300 views.
But who are the 300 people?
He said 300 views. But one day, he was even frustrated because he said he was living at Ogba. He just lie down on his bed and he loved the reflection of the sun, and he just made a video about girls that cannot dance, and he posted it. And then Don Jazzy saw it and posted it, and everybody started posting it. That the video that he never even he didn't even do much. He just lie down on the bed. What about the one that he has been? So you see, he dropped it. He never thought that anything good could come out of it. But look at it.
Yeah.
But look at it. Everyone started posting, and before you know it, it was everywhere. And that that was his turning point. He said when he saw that, he just started dropping. So that is what. So when people say yes, there are people that I myself have been a victim of social media before now.
No.
When I was still very much. When I wasn't an entrepreneur, I was working on the island then. Okay. So there was a time I just decided that, I want to shop for myself this month. So when my salary comes in, I'm going to take this particular battle. So I've already had in mind. Then my salary came in, and then I wanted to shop. Then I went on social media, and then I saw a lot of nice things, and I picked about 10 of them. And I made payments.
Was it a case of what I ordered versus what I got?
No, it was a case of what I ordered. I never got. I never got it.
She was blocked.
Oh,
The girl blocked.
Yes.
whoa.
I paid for the 10 thing. You know, island, walking from the island and going on the villa, it's a crazy lifestyle. Before I left that, that money is gone forever. And they changed it. So, okay, I will now say because of that. Now my career, we make money. My company makes money on everybody who comes. Our clients across the world, Dubai, US, where they came through the internet. So when people say it's a cost, I know that I've had the bond. I don't have to be mentioning the amounts that I paid that time. So I was a salary earner, so it was crazy. That's how I stopped by. I still later bought air. So that's it. Anyway, so this has been a very wonderful session so far. You agree with me, Christy?
Amazing.
It has been amazing. So we are really happy about this. So we'd like you to give us this youth that we're trying to do, and even the ones that are young adults as well, your final advice each, just something brief. Just help us. You can start, Tomi.
Just do your thing, and let it be something that you'll be remembered for.
In a positive light.
That's
Because I want us to,
okay, in a positive light.
Okay. What about you?
They said that.
Somebody don't care.
I'll just go back to the research I started with, right?
Okay.
That Facebook did, and they said there was a correlation between consuming content continuously and depression.
Yeah.
And they found that those who were creating content and those who were interacting with people were less depressed than those who came to social media to passively consume content.
I know.
So what does that show? If your job on social media is to just come and watch other people and just take in what people are saying, it's likely to have more negative
effect on you.
If you, as you said, take advantage of the things, right? Don't just be a consumer. Listen, search, learn, talk to people, interact with people, and that's what informed last year. That was what informed Instagram's change in its algorithm and Facebook.
Okay.
So if let me just give you a little bit, right? Before it's small. So if I connect with you, if I talk to you more, if I chat more, you see my post. You always see my post.
Yes.
If I don't talk to you much on Instagram or Facebook, you will not see my post.
True.
As time goes on, and so Facebook really tried to build around interaction, communication, content creation, and to be active. So don't be passive.
Okay.
On social media, right? Don't just call.
All those my followers, people that don't used to comment. Can you hear?
Be involved, right? Do stuff. And don't just be a listener. Just there. Be the one to listen to.
Wow. That's really lovely.
Sorry, last one. That helps you to be the one to create narrative, because Christabel was talking about how people that people listen to don't tell the truths. But then if you are the one creating content now, then you can help people.
Awesome.
All right. Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been lovely. It's been lovely, isn't it?
It's lovely.
All right. So it's really been lovely, and we love this edition, and we hope you do too. So we'll be waiting for your comment after dropping this video, for you to share your comments. If you want to get any clarity on whatever we've talked about, we can link you to any of our guests we're here for you. So we're coming to the end. We're already at the end. It's not like we're coming. So we're at the end of this edition. And I want you to watch out for the next edition. Watch out for the next edition, which is going to be more interesting, even more than this, because this one is social media. We are bringing something hotter. We are bringing something hotter. Yes, we always bring something hotter every time. Yes, so therefore, always stick to our channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go on our website www.expert.com. Our social media. Follow us on social media so that when we bring amazing guests like Tomi and Bolu to you, you can learn from them. And until next time, we'll remain your host. My name is Temmy Balogun.
And I am Christabel Ikpen.
Bye.